Oh, it's cold in my house. Good morning. Back to the daily grind of regular old work. At the beginning of the weekend, Sean came here. Well, Friday. Came here, changed his clothes, but he left his work pants in my laundry basket, so he's coming here to pick them up. There's Sean. So you see Sean? Sean. He's like, where were you? I didn't get to call you last night.
Sorry, over.
Ah!
Hi. Advance.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You only have 3 more days, Sean.
No.
It's marked on the calendar. Yay!
We're awesome.
Oh yeah. You're awesome too, Arthur.
Oh, shucks. Oh, stop it. Arthur, you're the greatest dog in the world. Oh, he's like, no.
Sean, you're the best boyfriend ever.
It's only 2 days left to work, and I'm so glad to be done with it. This was probably one of the worst jobs I've ever worked. I've worked quite a few places. I mean, the first place I worked, which I've said a bunch of times, is Superstore. And I worked there for like 2.5 years, and it was awesome. I mean, I made so many friends. I really broke out of my shell. And I mean, I didn't have to pay for anything back then, so it was all just money for spending on whatever I wanted to spend on, and then saving up for college. But yeah, I had that through the last half of high school, and it was really awesome. Then after that, I worked just for a summer job. I worked at a warehouse, and I was in what's called issuance. Basically, I took like all the orders that needed to be picked, so like all the skids that needed to be made to be shipped off to places. I was in charge of like the database, and I gave out orders to like all the warehouse workers. Like, so I gave them sheets that said pick this, and then like I scanned them out, and they would go, and then they'd come back and I'd scan it in. So like I was in charge of basically their, I guess, just to see how fast that they were working and making sure they were all doing a good job and what was getting done and how quickly and like where problems were. And then I had to check errors. I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do. Pretty much every week they gave me new responsibilities, which I liked, but like by the end of it I was doing the work of 4 people there. Yeah, I think the summer after that is when I had my landscaping job. Well, I could be wrong. Which was terrible because, yeah, my boss did not like me. I mean, the work was fine. Like, it wasn't, like, it was tough work, but, you know, it's work. And it's outside, it's landscaping. And I think I did a pretty good job, but my boss just didn't like me, and I didn't last very long. It was only for about a month and a half I worked there. Then after that, the next summer, I worked actually where I'm working now. I just worked there before. But yeah, like I worked on my own. I got a ton of stuff done. And I did a really good job, and I saw that I was doing a good job just because we basically had to clean out an entire warehouse because they were moving locations. So, I mean, you got to see the progress of what was getting done. And everybody liked me there. So that was pretty awesome. It also helped that everybody else that they hired, like all like the summer students, were terrible. So I just looked amazing. That's why I got hired again this summer. But last summer, I actually worked at where I worked before at the warehouse when I was doing the issuance. But I worked just, I was just doing like filing and data entry. That's probably what I was doing, data entry. So I was just using Excel spreadsheets the entire time. And that was a really easy job, and the thing was, there wasn't actually a lot of work for me to do. So I would get in the morning and I would pretty much do my work for the day in the first hour, first 2 hours. And then I'd be able to sit around a lot until like maybe, I don't know, probably like for 3 hours. And then I'd get a bit more work to do for about an hour, and then I'd sit around for the rest of the day. It's not that I wasn't doing work. The thing was, I was doing work. They just didn't have enough to give me, because I was just filling someone's seat while they were away doing training, so that head office wouldn't realize that they could probably do the work with one less person. So they hired me on to basically keep that person on board once he came back. So that was a pretty good job. I mean, I got lots of work done, and everybody liked me there as well, and I had my own cubicle, and I just was able to do what I wanted. It was pretty awesome. This summer was kind of a joke, just because, you know, I'm back where I was 2 summers ago, but things are just different and disorganized, and it wasn't what it was 2 summers ago. Because I was kind of looking forward to it. Because I enjoyed it so much 2 summers ago. Not this time around. Must you tromp away right now? He's a video bomber. He's vlog bombing me with his chewing. So yeah, that's it. Oh, wait, there was a 3-day security job that I had, which was really awesome, because I just had to sit around all night just watching over a store. And I read a lot. I was reading, that's when I read the book House of Leaves. And that was a really cool job. Although it only lasted for 3 nights. But that's all they needed me for. Because they were having a sale and they had stuff outside, and they wanted to make sure that it didn't get damaged or taken. So, or if it did get damaged and taken, I was just there to take down a license plate. You know what? I like work, and hopefully I find something throughout the school year. And something that's not crappy. We'll see. But yeah, I'd say for the most part, I've been pretty lucky with work. I mean, I've had some crap stuff, like the landscaping, and then this summer wasn't all that great. But I can't complain too much, because they could be a lot worse. Or I could just not have a job and not be making money. Yeah. Yeah, so overall it's good. And I'm glad. I'm glad I did it, but I'm also glad that it's over soon. 2 more days. 2 more days. Arthur, you are a weirdo. But yeah, that's pretty much it for. We didn't really do anything tonight. We just kind of stayed in, and we're both kind of tired and had crappy days, which is happening a lot lately. But it'll get better once school starts back up, I think. Yeah. Oh, now that I'm done filming, you're fine with just sitting there being quiet. Thanks, Arthur. You little rapscallion. Good night.